Hello everyone. In this video I am going to try to install the Holosun Red Dot Sight to the Staccato C2 Duo. So I have the Staccato in my homemade vice grip, or not vice grip, clamp vise thing, because I don't have a gun vise yet. But so basically, while I'm doing this, I just want to free up my hand and make sure that the gun is completely stable. So I clamped it down, and we're ready to get started. Okay, so if you guys have the same kit like I do, this is the Staccato C2 Duo. It comes with this particular card here from Dawson Universal Optic. And my version is the tactical version, so it supports two kinds of optics. And the first one, the first type, I guess, is the RMR SRO Holosun, and this is the kit that you need to use to install, which is basically this particular bag right here. The second type, which is the Delta Point Pro by Leupold, you need to have this other bag, which is this one right here. 7 to 11, you need to use this bag. So I'm using Holosun, which is this particular one right here. That's why we're using this bag right here. So I'm going to open up this bag and go through all the components. All right, so I already took out all the components from bag number 1, which is that thing right there. So this is bag number 2, which contains the adapter plate and the rear sight. So this rear sight right here is going to get replaced. Okay, so this is what the content of bag 2 is. So basically you have the rear sight and the plate, and you have 2 hex screws, and yeah, so this entire thing, I guess, is going to sit right there. Okay, the third bag contains 2 hex screws. It says here M4 blah 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 screws, 2 of them. The fourth bag is basically, it contains 2 other smaller bags inside. B is the Holosun, and that's the one that I need. And A is for the RMR zero positioning. Yeah, as for the RMR. So I don't have the RMR, so I'm gonna keep that on to the side. Okay, and the fifth bag are just Allen wrenches. Okay, there's 1, and there's 2 more in here. So there's 3 Allen wrenches. All right. Okay, the next thing that we need to do to remove this plate here so that we can install this new plate here is to unscrew a screw that is inside this hole here. So there's a hole, let me bring this up. There's a hole there, that is right there. That hole right there is where we're going to put in our Allen wrench, like so, like that, and you can feel it go into the screw, and you're going to turn that counterclockwise, and that will essentially remove this entire piece here. Okay, so once you have this removed, this is what the gun will look like. So it's completely removed. It has 4 holes. Okay, just like that. And we're gonna put it back on the vise. Okay, the next step we're going to do is take the adapter plate that comes with number 2, which is from this back right here. I already took it out, and we do not need these screws that came with it. So I'm just going to put that back to back number 2. And when you put this down, what you would like to make sure that you do is there's a couple of tongue right here. So it's, I don't know if you can see it. Hopefully there's a couple of tongue there, right there, 1, 2, and that needs to go into the grooves there. You see that? Okay, so we're going to just put 1 drop of loctite, just like that, and we are going to just put it in there and then do it to the other one. Okay, and we're going to put the Loctite on the side and drop the screw in. Alright, so you're gonna use the same Allen wrench. This is the 3/32 wrench. By the way, I forgot to explain to you that this wrench right here was from back number 5. So back number 5 had 3 Allen wrench. One of them is 3/32, which is the one that you use, or that we use to remove the plate on the previous step. Okay, so it's crucial when you are screwing this in, make sure that you get a good feel that it's threading correctly in. Don't force anything. Okay, so when you get a good thread, you can really feel it. You're not forcing anything in, it just goes smoothly in. Okay, and just make sure you tighten this, not too tight. I'm using not the long part, as you can see, so I'm just tightening it as much as I can with my hand. And the Loctite should keep it tight there. Alright. Alright, the next step is that we have to put the 0 positioning pin here and here. And so you're going to grab back number 4. And for the Holosun, we are going to use 4B, back number B. Okay, and these 2 pins here just drops in here and here. There is no screwing, no Loctite, nothing. It just drops in like that. Alright, so the next step is the putting on the Holosun sight itself. And so there are 2 holes here that will line up with these 2 pins that we just put in, and you just position it in where it goes directly in, and that will be, it'll feel just right. And then the 2 holes here, let me remove it from the vise. You can see that the 2 holes here also line up perfectly. All right, so now what we're going to do is get the screws that came with the Holosun. So the Holosun came with a bunch of screws. There are, how many of these long ones? There are four long ones and 4 short ones, and the one that you need are the long ones. All right, so I'm gonna put the short ones aside, and then we're just gonna need 2 of them. These screws have a different screw bit head that came with the Holosun. These are Torx. I don't know what number Torx, but there's Torx screws, and we're going to put another drop of Loctite over the existing one, and just to ensure that we get a good installation. There you go. And let's put that on. Let's see if we can actually put it on the this torque thing. It's easier to maneuver in. Try not to touch the side and make it clean. Don't touch the Loctite liquid to the side. Okay, so next we are going to put on the sight itself, the Holosun sight, and there are two holes here that will line up to those two pins that we just put on. And so the way that it goes in is just that you try to line it up to the front, and when that goes in, you'll feel it that it goes just flush in. Once that's installed, you're going to find the two bags that came with the Holosun, the bags of screws. There are one that is shorter than the other, and we're going to use the shorter one. And the long one, just put it aside. Grab two of the shorter screws, and we are going to, it comes with some Loctite already on there, but we are going to put another drop of Loctite just to be absolutely sure that we are going to be locking the thread here. So you don't need to put a lot, just put a drop in. And these are torque screws, so we're going to use the tool that came with the Holosun for the torque screws, and you want to hold it just like that, just with your finger, and then try to drop it in as clean as you can right into the hole. Try not to touch the side because you have liquid Loctite, and just don't screw it in completely yet. Do the other side the same way. Put the Loctite on there, just a drop, and then put the torque screwdriver on there, do the fingernail, and drop it in there. Okay, and then tighten it. So you don't have to tighten it too much because the Loctite is going to do most of the work keeping that screw in there. Just make sure it's tight. I don't know how many foot-pound torque, etc., but I'm just tightening it where I feel like I'm almost bending this plastic tool thing, and trying to apply the same weight on both sides. And that's it. We're done. I'm gonna take it out of the vise and then show you what it looks like. From the side, that's what it looks like. From the front, and from this side. So the battery compartment there, as you can see, is completely accessible. And from the back, and as you can see, this sight, this came with the original plate. This iron sight here. That's the Dawson. I guess that's what they call co-witnessing. So you can see the sight still there. You can use it. And let me see, make sure that you can also see the red dot. There you go. See the red dot there? Yep. So everything's working. hopefully that stays there tight. I wouldn't use it in the next 24 hours. I'll probably let the loctite dries up before start to put a bullet in there and start shooting it. But to dry fire and practice and just getting used to the red dot, I'm pretty sure it's fine. Well, thank you for watching this video. I hope this video has been useful. If you find it useful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.